Hello guys, welcome to Charities Baba USA, your number one channel. I'm trying to raise my voice. Guys, excuse me, I am yawning. I'm tired, guys. I just came from work. So this is Charities Baba USA, your number one channel. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly consider subscribing. I'm here, I talk about stuff. I live here in Wichita, Kansas. And before I go on, I just wanna talk about a tragedy that happened yesterday. And a plane crashed from Wichita. It crashed with a a military plane, and people perished. If you look, I've turned my camera a little bit. That place that has a blue wall is where people are meeting. There were prayers yesterday at 6. Actually, when I was coming to work, I didn't want to pass through this way because I didn't know whether the road was going to be closed or not. So I didn't pass this way. But our city is in mourning. Young lives were lost. So all I can say is to pray for those people, to pray for their families, to get comfort from the Lord, because you know, when tragedies happen, some of them we cannot explain, and it's, what can I say, when a tragedy happens, there is not much that can be done. There is not much that can be done. I'm thinking of going to the highway. Yeah, I'm thinking of turning to go to the highway. Yes. Oh, this one is not going to take me to the highway. Actually, it's going to take me somewhere else. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in my GPS, because if I miss a way, I like to put on my GPS, because if I don't, I am going to get lost. But the good thing is that my phone normally has it has my address like there, so I just need to click. Oh, there's a new building that is being built here. Oh wow, River Plaza. Looks like a gym or something. Oh, it's a bank, Enterprise Bank Pavilion. And then what is that? That looks like a gym. I wasn't able to read properly. So I like to put my GPS.
At the light, turn right onto West Maple Street, then turn left onto South Sycamore Street.
So I'm gonna turn left. It's not gonna take me to the highway, but it's fine. It's okay. Actually, I'm gonna show you around another way that I haven't passed in like a while. That's a baseball field. People play baseball over there. So
at the light, turn left onto South Sycamore Street, then turn right onto the US 54 West ramp.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take me to the highway, and that is good. Yeah, I wanted to go back to the highway. There we go. Yes, I did good. I was like, I don't know, I don't want to go I don't want to go through the residential, because I want to get home and go to
turn
bed.
right onto the US 54 West ramp.
So one thing that I like to tell you is that most of the time, for you to know the way around here, you'll have to use your GPS, because here there is nobody who is going to tell you the way.
Use any lane to take the US 54 West, US 400 West ramp.
Nobody is going to tell you the way, so you're going to have to use your GPS so that it can show you where you're going. You know, in the village, you can reach a certain town, and then you ask, when you're very far away, you're like, you ask for a certain family or a certain
lane to take the US 54 West ramp.
And they're gonna send you there. But here it's not like that, guys. Why every man for himself and God for us all. So you don't expect to get any help
Continue
from anyone. So
US
I'm almost
54 West for 3 miles.
to get to the highway. And I'm still trying to talk about the state that we are in right now, because we have to talk about it. We have to talk about people who are undocumented. We have to talk about what's happening, because if we don't talk about it, then we will be in denial. And if we are going to be in denial, then we are not helping ourselves. And that's why I like to talk. So, one thing, it is what it is, and we cannot stop it. Because we don't have the higher up. And I always feel sad for the people who do not have papers. I do feel sad. And actually, it's so sad that even when you have papers, sometimes, like you have them, there are some people who are having papers and then they look at the, because those people, they have access
In
to
2
data.
miles, use the right 2 lanes
And
to take
everything,
the
when they go and look
I-235
at
north
your
exit.
data, I'm going to silence this thing, now I know where I'm going. They're even arresting people who came in, they came in without documentation, and then they got the right documentation. They're even getting those people. I don't know if they're taking them home or maybe they're just going and figuring out and maybe releasing them. But I'm telling you, nobody is safe, especially if you are an immigrant. So you can even be taken when you are a citizen, especially if you don't have your documents. So that means that when you're driving, you cannot even overspeed. Although I think it's old age. When old age catches with you, you try to stay on the safe side. Like when I'm going to work or when I'm going home, I just drive at the right speed. I don't overspeed. I don't like overspeeding. So, like I said, someone will come, they will knock at your door. If they knock at your door, you don't open the door. I wouldn't open my door. No. You know, the houses, they have a little hole whereby you can check and see who is there. So if I found it was a stranger at my door, I wouldn't open my door. And if they insist, then I would ask if they have a warrant, you know, to knock at my door so that I know who those people are. Because it's so scary, you know, like it's just so scary. You know, so I was even thinking about my kids in school. I was like, oh my gosh, what if they go and they get my kids, you know? I wouldn't be so much worried because my kids were born here and we came here with a green card, but still, you know, you have that fear that you don't know what's going to happen to your children, you know? So it's crazy, guys. It's just we are living in a state whereby you're just worried. You don't know whether even maybe they will come and find you in work or whatever they'll come, or maybe they will find you in the store when you're going to buy milk. And you know, it's funny that the US life is very, 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 very different. Because this is not a place whereby you can stay in the house and have everything forever. Because everything here you buy. So the first thing that they are going to paralyze is the people are going to stop going to work. And you know, because the employers will demand to have papers. I do remember was it 4 years ago? Yeah. No, 8 years ago, when this administration came for the first time, people were told to reapply for jobs. So if you had worked for somewhere like for 10 years, and then you were told to reapply for a job. When people were told to reapply for a job, what they would do is that you would reapply, and then there's something called the verify, that they go and check if you have the right, if you have permission to work in the US. Let me use a simple term. So you find that most people ran away. They ran away and went. Sometimes you can't even know where they went, but they ran away. Actually, most people who lived here, they ran away, and you cannot even find them even on Facebook or anything because they became scared. So that is the scenario that I was looking at. I was like, so let's assume like you're not even gonna be told to reapply for a job, but you simply know that you don't have those documents. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna stay. So the house that you're living in, you find that it needs payment. So the landlord is not gonna wait. So after some time, when you don't have money to pay the rent, you will be kicked out. Another thing, when you stay in the house and you don't have something like milk or whatever, you have to get out to go to the store and buy. And that's when, you know, those people are very patient. They can wait for you even for a whole month there, just waiting until they catch you. So it's good to be careful, very, very careful of whatever that you're doing, because it's so sad, you know, like I feel like, I don't know, because I don't know if what I would do if I didn't have the right documents, and I don't want to put myself in those people's shoes because I don't know what they're feeling. But just to stay safe, that's what I can say. Please stay safe, be safe, stay safe, and pray hard to our Lord, because you know this is just a storm, and you know storms come in and storms pass. So this is just a storm, and what I know is that there's always, like, I look at how I take my things, I take them literally. Like, for example, if I am going to work, if I go to work at a certain place, I know that there are days that God has said that I'm gonna work in that certain place, and then when my days end, then I am gonna find another thing, or I am gonna leave. The same thing when we live in this world. There are the days that the Lord has said that you're gonna stay for those days, and when those days are over, you're not gonna extend even a minute or a second. So that's how I see it. So if your time, God has said that your time is gonna come to the end during this season, it's gonna come to the end. But if God has said that your time has not come to the end, despite this storm, I'm telling you, God has a way of protecting and people, hiding them under his wings. I know that, and I believe in that. So all I can say is that when everything becomes hard, we just turn to prayer. We pray, and we hope that God is gonna, like, you know, gonna help those people. And another thing is that just, what can I say, just pray and keep your kids safe, because some people have kids, and you know, I think that's the only thing that I can say. And have peace, and whatever comes, just take it boldly, because God does not try you with a trial or with a temptation that you're not going to be able to overcome. God always knows. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit, and then I'm going to do another video that's going to still continue about that, but it's going to be very, 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 very different from a little bit different on coping if you get yourself into a situation like that. So guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is Charity Nganga, and wait for a second part of this video. Thank you, and God bless you.